So we're going to look at the way that substitutions and libero replacements work. Now we know by rule that substitutions and libero replacements are not the same thing. Libero replacements do not count as substitutions. We know that. But the nice thing about VolleyStation Score, it pretty much treats the way you do them the same. So if you want to perform a libero replacement, all you simply do is click on the number of the player to be replaced. Let's say we want 10 to be replaced by our libero. And select the libero, which is the different colored player designated by the L icon. And there we go. We notice that the libero is a different color in VolleyStation Score, and it also gives us the number in the right-hand corner of the libero icon of the player that is replacing the libero. That's a very awesome feature. If we wanted to do likewise for our opposing team, select the player that we want to be replaced. And press the libero. Again, now the libero 24 has replaced 11. The libero in KP1 red 23 has replaced 10. We're going to serve and have a couple of rallies happen here. And we know that VolleyStation Score does a great job of taking care of rotation. So let's say KP1 blue, we want to have a couple of substitutions. Well, we perform substitutions from a function standpoint in VolleyStation Score the same way we perform libero replacements. We click on the player that we want to sub for. Let's say we want to sub 12 for 3. So we click on 3, hit 12. Let's say we want to sub 7 for 14. There we go. Now we notice the ticker, or the counter rather, right below the court gives us information of how many subs have been taken. Let's have a rally go by. Now let's say that we want to sub a couple of players for KP1 red. Same process. Click on the player that we want to sub out. 9 in this case. And bring 14 in. And we're going to sub 15 for 5. Again, same process from a function standpoint in VolleyStation Score as libero replacements. Press the player that you want to leave the match. Select the player that you want to enter the match. Now watch this. Now notice that if I try to sub for other players, I'm limited from the available players. I cannot use players that I've already used as substitutions, which is, first of all, a volleyball rule. VolleyStation Score does a good job ensuring that I can only use subs in one position from a function standpoint. Same over here. See, I've already used the number of available players as subs for KP1 blue. So VolleyStation Score for KP1 doesn't even give me any substitution options available. Outstanding. Now notice that both of my liberos are left back. So we know that by rule, when either team rotates as the receiving team, the libero must either leave the match or go serve, because the libero by rule cannot rotate to the front row. So let's see how VolleyStation Score treats this. Notice that KP1 red, our libero leaves potentially, and 10, who the libero replaced, comes back to the court and goes to left front. If I want the libero to stay and serve, I have to do a manual libero replacement. And there we go. Same for KP1 blue. The libero initially replaced 11. 11 comes back to the court and the libero leaves. If we wanted the libero to, instead of leaving the court, to go serve in this rotation, then we would simply click on 6 and have our libero go serve. Now let's just go through a couple of more rotations and try something. Now again, our liberos are left back. So when the receiving team wins the rally, our libero has to leave the court because our liberos cannot rotate to the front row. We know that both of our liberos have also already served. So, and since we only will have been going 3 rotations, our libero should not be able to serve the next go round here. So let's see what happens. Now 6 returns to the court for KP1 red. See how VolleyStation does a great job of telling me that I cannot replace 10 with the libero for serving because the libero has already previously served in another position. Awesome. Now the same thing should happen here. We know that our libero has already served in another position for KP1 blue. Let's see, can we replace our libero for 11 while KP1 blue is serving? And notice that VolleyStation Score ensures that I do not have this option available to me. Now, if I want the libero to return after the loss of rally for KP1 blue, I have that option. And that's how substitutions and libero replacements work in VolleyStation Score. The functionality of doing substitutions and libero replacements in VolleyStation Score is identical. And VolleyStation Score does an excellent job of 2 things: ensuring that liberos cannot serve in more than one position, and also ensuring that subs cannot sub in any more than one rotation. Or excuse me, let me correct my wording there. That players cannot sub in any more than one position.